told your friend you're not okay.
Shocking news emerged from behind the glass walls of HYBE's offices, unleashing a new wave of enthusiasm and excitement across the globe. In a conference room full of cameras, Bang Si-hyuk appeared with an expression that was difficult to decipher, calm, reassuring, yet concealing something from the public. His faint smile and the way he tidied up the papers in front of him made many journalists believe he was holding back a major announcement, something long planned and now finally ready to be announced. It didn't take long for rumors to fly, but one sentence from his mouth was enough to turn an ordinary day into a small piece of entertainment history. HYBE officially mandates Kim Taehyung to lead a major event in 2026. The statement was so simple, yet its impact immediately sent shockwaves through every corner of the ARMY community. Within seconds, social media was filled with panicked calls, industry analysts began writing articles, and fans worldwide could hardly believe their ears. HYBE is known for its cautious and strategic approach. They never give a direct mandate unless the project is truly large, sensitive, and has a specific goal to achieve globally. The fact that they chose Taehyung as the centerpiece of this major event demonstrates how important Taehyung is to HYBE's long-term plans. Taehyung isn't just an idol, he's the face of Korean pop culture, with an appeal that transcends industry boundaries. With his unique artistic character and unmatched stage presence, HYBE seems to be conveying that 2026 isn't just a comeback, but a complete transformation. Industry observers have even called this move a statement of new power from HYBE, making Taehyung a symbol of a changing era. Furthermore, Taehyung's latest photo, released some time ago, depicts him in a concept full of sensuality and a mysterious aura, indicating that he is entering a much more mature and daring artistic period. With an intense gaze and a visual style that almost resembles a scene from a world-class film, many believe that Taehyung is entering his best self. His captivating visuals, powerful facial expressions, and elegant vibe seem to hint that he was preparing something unusual. Fans wondered if the visual concept was related to the 2026 event HYBE was preparing. Several anonymous inside sources stated that HYBE's creative team had been working extra hard since mid-2025. They had assembled international visual designers, world-class photographers, creative directors, and even art consultants who typically work for global brands. This was no small project. Some even suggested that the event might involve a combination of music, visual art, fashion, and performance art, four elements that have long been Taehyung's strengths. According to circulating information, HYBE wanted to design an event that wasn't just a concert or fan meeting, but a full-fledged artistic experience that would elevate Taehyung's name to the same level as global artists with strong personal styles. What made fans even more excited was the phrase, by HYBE's direct orders. The word orders sparked a flurry of speculation. Some fans believed this meant HYBE truly needed Taehyung to lead the major event. Others believe this is a recognition of Taehyung's artistic abilities, as well as a major step toward positioning him as the face of the company's global project. Rumors also circulate that Bang Si-hyuk himself wanted Taehyung at the forefront, as he believes Taehyung's image is very strong in the global market and has the potential to penetrate areas previously untouched by K-pop idols. The ARMY reaction was incredibly swift and intense. Hashtags related to Taehyung and the 2026 event immediately trended in various countries. Comments like, "Finally Taehyung is the center of a mega project," "HYBE is going all in for V," and "2026 belongs to Kim Taehyung" filled platforms like X and Instagram. Many felt that this was the moment he deserved, a moment where the world would see a side of Taehyung that he fully controls and showcases. Fans who follow industry developments even speculated that HYBE was preparing a legacy project for Taehyung, something designed not just for a year, but to create a lasting legacy. The international media also did not remain silent. Several global entertainment news outlets have begun writing articles with speculative headlines about the possible form of the show. And just as the world was still buzzing about HYBE's big announcement, the atmosphere heated up as small details previously dismissed as insignificant began to take on a much larger significance. In the weeks following the press conference, activity around the HYBE building and the company's creative department seemed to increase dramatically. Several photographers in the area even reported seeing the arrival and departure of several prominent figures in the global visual arts industry. Names who usually only appeared behind the scenes were now being photographed in Seoul, and some of them were known to have specialties that perfectly matched Taehyung's aesthetic, elegant, experimental, and full of artistic flair. Fans were increasingly convinced that HYBE was preparing something grandiose, something that couldn't be designed in a short time. Everything seemed connected, and the pieces of the puzzle were beginning to form a clearer picture. Amidst all this, Tae-hyung himself seemed increasingly mysterious. His social media activity dwindled, and each time he appeared, it was with photos or concepts that seemed more mature and exclusive than before. Many armies feel that Tae-hyung is deliberately disappearing to focus on preparing for something truly major. Even some observant fans have noticed a pattern in his changing fashion style, more outfits that lean toward avant-garde vibes, asymmetrical cuts, dark colors, and a combination of classic and modern aesthetics that emphasize his artist side. It's as if he's sending a silent signal, a sign that what he'll be showcasing in 2026 isn't just a project, but a new era. What makes this narrative even more intriguing is the fact that Bang Si-hyuk himself appears to be directly involved in the early stages of the project. Typically, for major artist projects, Bang Si-hyuk leaves much of the work to the executive team. But this time, it's different. He's been seen in several closed-door meetings with the creative division and international team. His expression remains the same, calm, yet with a seriousness that's hard to hide. This has led many analysts to believe that the event Taehyung is preparing for 2026 is not only crucial for Taehyung's career, but also for HYBE's global positioning in the global entertainment industry. Some Korean experts even suggest that HYBE is preparing a Taehyung Global Identity Project, a long-term program aimed at establishing Taehyung not just as a K-pop idol, but as a modern cultural icon. Meanwhile, within the ARMY community, the conversation continues to grow. Many are starting to look back at small moments from previous years that might be early clues to this larger project. One of the most frequently discussed is the change in how HYBE promoted Taehyung from 2023 to 2025. They gave Taehyung more freedom in visual projects, fashion, and artwork. Some fans even believe that Taehyung's aesthetic concepts were part of an image building to support the 2026 event. As time passes, more and more things seem to connect, and the narrative that once seemed like a rumor is now starting to appear as a well-thought-out and structured strategy. Meanwhile, the international entertainment world is also paying closer attention to Taehyung's movements. Several major fashion magazines have written speculative articles about the possibility of Taehyung headlining a global event combining music, art, fashion, and visual storytelling. One even called it a project that could redefine what an Asian artist can do on a global stage. The combination of Taehyung's consistently stunning visuals, his charisma in front of the camera, and his ability to bring a fresh perspective to every project make him an ideal candidate for a grand event that is not only watched but also felt by the audience. Internally, rumors are also circulating that HYBE is preparing an event with a format never before attempted by a Korean artist. There are whispers that the event will not be a one-day event, but perhaps a weeks-long series, with a multi-sensory experience concept, a combination of live performances, interactive art installations, fashion shows, and even short film screenings directed by the global creative team known to work with Taehyung. This is further strengthened by the fact that several creative directors who have worked for European luxury brands were spotted in Seoul last month, fueling speculation that HYBE wants to create a Taehyung event on par with world-class fashion exhibitions or art showcases.